So welcome ladies and gentlemen. So today I thought I'd do a quick video. It's not going to be too long at all, but it's sort of looking at the new camera angle for PES 2020. So there was a slight snippet in the stream that they showed at E3 that showed the different camera angles available. So I wanted to just quickly look at those, go into a little bit more detail, and give it a bit of a bash. So without further ado, let's do that. Okay, so as I said, this was during the E3 playthrough. So pretty much they were playing a match, and as we go through here, it was Barcelona against PES Legends. It's not the best quality, but it is what it is. That's not what we're here for. And then they got to the camera types. So there's actually this new one called Stadium, which is what you're seeing right now. Underneath that, you've got zoom, you've got height, and you've got angle. Yes, they are blurred out, and I did actually see a few people complaining, oh, why can't we change it, this, that, and the other, but they did state that this purely was the build that they had, and when the full game is released, yes, you will have the option of changing the zoom and the height and the angle, otherwise what's the point of it? I know some camera angles you can't do that. The way they work is zoom, obviously, zooms in, zooms out. Height will be more of a, if you want a lower to the ground type camera or a higher, more elevated one. And then angle is actually how much pan you want it to have. It's got 6 right now, so if you put it all the way up to 10 or whatever the maximum is, it's just going to basically give you more of an angle. And pretty much the camera doesn't move as much, it just sort of swings from left to right. It's a nice addition, and it does give you that broadcast type look and feel about it. Then we do have live broadcast. As you can see, this has been tweaked as well from last year's, or the many years we've used to having live broadcast in PES, which was never really that great. I always felt like live broadcast was purely just too close to the action, and it also had that really annoying zoom in. Every time you got down the wings, they would just zoom in on players, and it was really frustrating. I hope they've, eradicated that for us, and it's just a pure live broadcast. But as you can see, zoom, height, and angle, there's nothing there. So that's the difference between seeing this one, you've got 5, 5, 6, but when you actually have a look at broadcast, that's not there. So that's how you know that this one is not customizable. Next up after that, we have, as soon as we get there, they're probably just discussing this during the video itself, we've got dynamic wide. We know this very well as well. So you can change the zoom and the height. You can't change the angle on this one. Very similar to last year. It probably is about the same. As you can see from the camera angle itself, there isn't too much difference from this. We've got live broadcast again, just showing that one. I don't know if they show any more or they're going to just stick to this. I thought that was about it. It was pretty much showing you the 3. There's going to be more though. We know there's the vertical, and there is obviously the blip for fan 1. There's a whole bunch of them. I don't know how many people use them, but ultimately those I think are going to be the 3 that people like to use. So they are playing on Stadium right now. They did talk about how this one, it just sort of, depending on what's happening, it pans in, it pans out. They're working the ball forward here, so when I think they do create a chance, or maybe they don't, it does go back to the goalie, one or the other. I think Barry from PES Universe was talking about that once you get a chance, it zooms in a little bit more, and the further away you are, like right now, Jordi Alba, the camera angle is panning away from the action. It's a really nice feature, and trust me, if you haven't played the PC version of PES, something like this is going to make you feel like this is a different game to PES 2019, 18, 17. It really is, because a camera angle makes a huge difference. Once again here, you can see it's panning away from the action, so it just gives you a chance, to see your options, see the players around you. I think for online, this could be quite interesting, especially, when we have the big PES League events now. Having the option of, if they put it on this camera angle, Stadium, live broadcast even, which it looks much better, we'll get what we want to have. That look, that feel, the natural, ability of seeing a real life match. Now we've got it here in PES. So that was pretty much the video. It wasn't too long. It was kind of short. But what I wanted to show you as well is my video that I put out with the camera angle for PES 2019 and the modded version. So let's quickly have a look at that. Okay, so here's PES 2019. So this is the camera angle that I customized on my copy of PES 2019. And as you can see, they've got it pretty accurate. You know, this is what I went for. There's certainly different ways that different stadiums have different camera angles, right? Sometimes they're closer, sometimes they're further away. I mean, the Santiago Bernabeu has a different camera angle to the new camp. We're going to have the luxury of tweaking that on PES 2020, but trust me, when you guys get to play 2020, and I haven't played it myself, I'm not saying I have, but playing 19 on this camera angle compared to the default one, there is a huge difference. You get to see more of the field. I keep reiterating it, but it is quite key to understand that point. Now, the problem playing on 19 with mods is if you put the range too far or the angle, it messes up the button input, which is why sometimes it goes to the wrong player. Now, PES 2020 won't have that problem because it's been programmed that way. So overall, I'm looking forward to it. I just want to put this out today. Very quick, very short video, but to discuss the camera angle in PES 2020 and what we have, you know, to look forward to and the options that are there. There are going to be more camera angles, probably the standard same ones we've seen, but overall, you know, looking at this compared to 2020, it's very similar, and Konami have done a good job, so fair play to them. But until next time, subscribe for more. We'll continue our Master League coverage. Videos this week will be quite light, though. I'm going to London, and you guys may see me very soon. But until next time, take care.